Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. So this video I wanted to do for so long and I'm finally doing it. We're gonna talk about copycats. Gonna talk about brands copying other brands. Not necessary, I wouldn't call this dupes, but basically maybe ripoffs. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Magdalena. You can also call me Magda. I am here doing all sorts of videos about luxury, fashion, beauty, a little bit of cooking, a little bit of everything basically. So yeah, if you are new, please consider subscribing. Click on the button down below, click on the bell as well, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up. So today I'm gonna focus on 5 handbags that are being kind of ripped off, copied by other designers, and it is so obvious that it just makes me cringe. It's just not right in my opinion, but you know, these things happen, and me being a professional musician, I know that composers copying music of other composers, it just happens all the time. Sometimes you hear the piece and I was like, oh my god, this is such a ripoff. This little section is from this symphony, that little section is from this concerto. It is normal, and we all know that composers did it, so I guess fashion designers can do it also. The very first bag that we're gonna talk about today that's being copied these days so much is the book tote. This is the newest size they came up with recently, so this is in a size small, and there's also a size mini, there's a medium, there's large, and you know, all sorts of sizes, but this one is a small size. And you know, we all know that this is a jacquard kind of material, very structured, and you know, it's a very famous designed handbag. So the other day I was searching on the Harrods website, and as I was kind of strolling through their kind of sales and you know, different section, I came across something that looks exactly like a book tote. I'm gonna pop the picture in here. They call it a Harrods, let me look at my notes. They call it the Harrods grocery shopper bag. It's $37. And when I look at this beautiful blue kind of a design, I was like, oh my god, this is so Dior. This is such a Dior print, and obviously I don't have that bag, so I cannot tell you if it feels the same, but I mean, look at this. Doesn't that look exactly, you know, I mean, very similar, you know, to the obviously the famous book tote. And it feels, when I look at some other pictures, you know, it looks like it's very structured. I was like, hey, for $37, like, sign me up. I think I might be ordering this one just for fun. There's also, I noticed another one with more kind of a floral design. It's a little bit different. I don't like this much as I like the very first one. So, you know, I just don't know exactly how big is this. I'll have to look at exactly the, you know, measurements of it. I'll link everything down below. If I can find any of those bags, I'll link it down below so you can check it out. But hey, $37 for something that really looks like a Dior book tote, it's incredible. So if this is not enough, you guys, the other day I was searching the Farfetch, and then I'm looking at this Furla bag, which is, again, they call it like a jacquard embossed tote handbag. I mean, look at this. Isn't that stunning? This looks beautiful, and it comes with different sizes, and it looks like a smaller sizes. They called it opportunity bag for the smaller size. It looks like it even has a shoulder strap, so you could go with a typical kind of a large size, and then there's also a medium size, which I like. I like this kind of a medium size. I think maybe little one is too little, but you know, I mean, what do you guys think? It looks amazing, and it's like $200, $300 range. It's not that, you know, expensive, and I'm sure it at some point it will go on sale, so you can even get it for less. This beautiful, I really love this kind of a beautiful blue tones kind of color. Imagine styling it with the jeans and with like a white crisp shirt. I might go for this. I really might go for this because I really like the look of it. I'm not gonna get the smallest one, but maybe the medium kind of a size. I think the large might be a little bit too large for me, but what do you guys think? I mean, this looks so much like a Dior. And you know what's the difference? This Furla bag it's lined and it has pockets. You know, the Dior book tote doesn't have anything. It's just like a simple, you know, jacquard tote. So this one, and I think also has a feet. Bonus, right? So here we go. Furla literally just copied Dior book tote. And, you know, I mean, don't be surprised. Even Prada copied book tote. I think that now this kind of a book tote vibe is gonna go for, it's gonna be basically out there for a while. So yeah, if Prada can do it, Furla can do it. Okay, let's still stick to the Furla because it feels like the Furla is like, again, it's like a second Michael Kors. The Furla is copying a Chanel backpack. Do you guys remember that beautiful Chanel backpack? It comes with, you can get it quilted. Obviously, it costs like, oh my God, it's like $4,000 or $5,000. And you can get it in a chevron. And I came across the exact, oh my gosh, the exact same backpack from Furla. Chevron, 100% leather. The stripe, the shoulder straps looks exactly the same. The whole shape of it looks exactly the same. How can they get away with that? I mean, that looks so much like Chanel. So this particular backpack is called the Popstar Chevron Quilted Backpack. Right now on a Farfetch is listed for $578. So again, it's not cheap, but it's not $5,000. So if you want something that is just gonna literally look and feel like a Chanel, but for a lot less money, go with this. I mean, I was literally shocked. And there's so many different colors. I look at other websites, there's even like kind of a nice plummy pink kind of a color. It's beautiful. I mean, how can they do that? How can they do that? So when Valentino came up with their very famous handbag, which is like, I think now they have a bigger version, a Roman stud, they call Roman stud handbag. Or, you know, I'm talking about those spiky little handbags. Napa rock stud handbag, which this, you know, this kind of a funky top handle. So many designers start copying this. I know I recently mentioned the Dior recently came up with the kind of a twist with this handbag with this kind of a handle. But the one that really kind of resembles the, you know, the Valentino bag minus the studs is the Karl Lagerfeld. So this handbag is called K/Karl 7 shoulder bag. It's $419 and to me it's another Valentino bag. I know you don't have those studs and, you know, those little pyramid, whatever you want to call it. So if you want to have a something that, you know, obviously if you don't want to spend $3,000 on the Valentino bag, you know, that could be something, unless you really love the studs, you know, like I don't like the studs. That's why to me this one is like option, you know, instead of getting the $3,000 bag, $4,000 bag, you can go with this Karl Lagerfeld, you know, handbag, which is very similar in my opinion, you know, obviously minus the studs. The studs to me looks like a medieval weapon. I hate the shoes, I hate the handbags, I hate everything. I might change my mind at some point in the future, but it's been a few years already. Like I share with you guys my opinion. All those shoes that he comes up with, those studs, I just can't. I just can't. And I've seen those bags in person. And the lady was trying to sell the bag. I think it was like last year. She was, we were at the, I think it was Neiman Marcus, and she was like, oh yeah, look at this beautiful bag. And I just like, oh, I hate it. You know, like, I hate the look. And even if I, you know, I put it in my hands and I was like, I hate the studs. I just hate the studs. That's it. So that's why I cannot even buy the Balenciaga City bag, because it has the studs. Not my thing. So not my thing. But yeah, the Karl Lagerfeld, here we go. It's another copycat. Pochette Métis is probably the most popular and the most dramatic handbag from Louis Vuitton. So many people have a love-hate relationship with this handbag. Many of those handbags, this particular, within period of 2 years, I think, the line of those handbags had some problems with the glazing, including my original Pochette Métis, which I, after 2 or 3 years of using it and basically abusing it, it was like my favorite bag, I end up returning it back to LV for full credit, and I have it back. Okay, this is a new bag. I've received it, did I get it last year, 2 years ago, from my husband? I think it was 2 years ago for Christmas. And yeah, this bag is no longer my favorite bag, unfortunately. This bag, again, because of its popularity, it became very popular to be copied. And one of the most, I think, famous substitutes for this bag, it would be a Coach Cassie bag. And I know there is a lot of videos about Pochette Métis versus Coach Cassie. And I think to these days, you know, those who cannot afford Louis Vuitton Pochette Métis or don't want to spend this much money, they just go with a full leather Cassie version. There's also a canvas version of the Cassie bag from Coach. And I think those two bags are nearly identical. Literally identical, and you can get it for a fraction of the cost, couple of $100s, and you can have a full leather handbag. And of course the Pochette Métis also comes out in the leather version, but obviously you have to pay more money. So yeah, I mean, you have to be the judge, whatever makes you happy, but in my opinion the Cassie bag is just identical. I think even anniversary, the Nordstrom anniversary sale has some Cassies on sale. So yeah, I mean, it's such a popular bag. It's probably one of the most popular bags from Coach. Imagine if Coach would make the same bag, like a leather bag with embossed Coach logo. This would be like the ultimate slap in the face, in my opinion, but that would be interesting, right? I would like to see that. All right, number 5. We have to mention Michael Kors, because I think Michael Kors is a king of copying other brands. And I'm talking about LV, probably number 1. I'm talking about Chanel, I'm talking about the Celine and other brands. And this is my biggest question. How can he get away with this? I know, this is the question of that video. How can they get away with this? But especially him. He should get a crown for this. Because, I mean, I look at his bags, I look at his design. I would say 90 to 95% of the handbags that he has, and even shoes, are literally dupes, copies of other brands. You know, and I personally am not a fan of Michael Kors, and I know he was creative director of LV and I believe Celine, and you know, I mean, he's not nobody. He's a very known, you know, creative person. I just don't understand, why wouldn't you want to come up with your own designs? So I think he's one of his recent and newest kind of a copycat creations is the copy of the Evelyn bag. You know, we all know Evelyn from Hermes. Comes in, again, different sizes. I think I used to have a GM size. It wasn't PM size. I think it was GM size, and I ended up selling the bag because it just simply didn't work for me. It was too big. It ended up being too heavy, and it's just like weighted me down. So I ended up selling that handbag. But hey, Michael Kors created an Evelyn bag with Louis Vuitton / Michael Kors canvas print. And he calls it, called a Briley small logo messenger bag. Doesn't that look like Evelyn with canvas strap? I mean, this is so cheesy. I cannot stand it. I cannot stand it. I'm sorry. Like, with a whole respect to Michael Kors, I cannot stand it. So, you know what, guys? I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna do one more. This is gonna be a bonus entry. It was not supposed to be in this video, but I'm doing it. So, are we all familiar with the beautiful LV Capucines bag that cost a fortune? So mine is in the BB size, which is, it's like a very nice small size. It's a perfect everyday, you know, kind of a size bag if you want to use it every day, which I don't. But let's talk about Michael Kors, because he came up with his own version of Capucine. So the Carly Small logo and crocodile bag is the one from Michael Kors. And do we see the similarities? Of course, we have LV logo, and we had to have Michael Kors logo. Even the handle, it's kind of, right? The stitching is very kind of similar, and you know, he's make it fancy. Yes, this one is leather version. He made a canvas version. I'm sure there's gonna be a leather version as well. But do we see the similarities? I mean, it's absolutely crazy. It's just blowing my mind. Alright guys, so this is it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, it's a little bit different, and if you like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, and obviously don't forget to subscribe if you're new to my channel. And I need to hear your opinion. I need to hear your comments. What do you guys think about brands copying other brands? Obviously there is more. If I even think off of my head, you know, if you look at the Chanel boy bag and Chanel and Dior Diorama, which has been discontinued, even those two bags are just so similar, so similar. So yeah, I think the big brand copying big brand, small brand are copying bigger brands, you know, make it more affordable, you know, for everybody this way. But I'm just not sure how I always feel about this. Yeah, there are some bags that I don't mind buying, like probably that Furla book tote. Oh, Tote, it's not called book tote, it's Tote. I really do like it. Obviously it's not a dupe, and they are not trying, you know, to put Dior name all over it, obviously. But I do kind of like that idea. But like I said, even Prada makes its own, right? Kind of a book tote spin situation. So anyway, yeah, how can they do that? I guess they can. If composers can do it, I guess fashion designers can do it as well. Alright guys, so this is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna leave a couple of videos here, the ones that you might wanna check it out and watch later. And definitely don't forget to leave a comment. Let me know, what do you think about those handbags, and if you would possibly buy any of those, you know, instead of the spending thousands and thousands of dollars on the original. Would you go with those kind of copycat designs? Definitely let me know, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.